Listen, you too. We got my son Jamar here. Got my son Jamar here, man. We went to the same high school, bro. Went to the same high school. Alright, so he came with this dye, here. Told him I gotta get him on the channel just cause he dyed his hair like this. So he ain't had no explanation on why he did it. You know what I'm saying? So we're just gonna do it. He getting a nice taper with the curls. Yeah, crispy clean as always. Let's get it. YouTube, what's going on, y'all? Today we got a full length haircut tutorial, okay? Now this is nothing crazy, just a simple taper. My boy Jamar got his hair dyed. He said his girl did it for him. So I just, you know what I'm saying, decided to turn on the camera, you know what I'm saying? We don't do dye hair often, you know? So, this is just a basic taper cut, nothing too crazy. Alright, we did curl the top after. But yeah, to jump into this haircut, I did my first guideline first. Y'all see how easy it was to do that. Just set the line in. And I'm using my lever open, going up about a 1/2 inch. I'm using my one open. Y'all can see I'm like flicking out, but making sure I'm being careful of what hair I cut when I flick it out at the top. I'm just flicking out so I can see that shape of the taper I'm trying to put in. Because if you just leave that overhanging hair and you just set that guideline under it, you're not going to really know what you're doing. And that's kind of bad for, you know what I'm saying, a haircut. Alright, now I'm using my two open, going up, and I'm kind of flicking out as you go up higher. I'm just trying to blend this hair into the fro. And then this is the best way to do it. Now I got my two clothes going right under it. It looks like I'm going up into the fro. I'm not. I'm going right under that two guard open area to blend it into that one guard open area. So right now I'm using my one guard open, using my corners only just to blend in them two areas. I use this guard right here because I don't like using the 1.5 guard. I don't like that guard. So instead of using that guard, I just use the one open. And then before I use the one open, I use the two closed after the two guard open. Just so it's easier to blend into that top guideline without having to use that 1.5 guard. Now this is no knock to people that like using it. It is a good tool. It's just me personally, the way I want my haircuts to come out, that 1.5 guard just, you know what I'm saying, just isn't for me, you know. So right now I'm using my 0.75 guard. If you guys don't know what that is, this is the Babyliss zero guard, the Babyliss 0.5 guard. This is the old guard that they used to make before they came out with the new ones that came out with the Snap FX. So basically I use this to set up this guard right here, which is the new zero guard from Babyliss. It's like a higher quality wall premium guard. It's the best way to describe it. So as you guys can see, I'm just cleaning up that middle guideline, getting it as blurry as possible. He do has, like, I could tell, like that thin area right next to the C cup. When your client has something like that, it's not really much you can do. You just gotta do your steps, and that spot is gonna be there no matter what you do. Unless you do like a high taper, then you could blend it into the whole taper. But if your client doesn't want that, like my client right here doesn't want that, so we're gonna have to just do what we gotta do, stick to our steps. So right now I'm freehanding the top of the fro. Like I said before, with that two guard open, blending it in with the two guard open before you do this is the best step you can do. It just makes your job easier, and it'll help the cut come out way cleaner. So now I'm just doing some detail work. I already took out that bottom guideline with the lever closed. I'm just trying to get the blend good as possible now. If you guys can't tell by the back taper, his hair texture is like really thin. That's the best way I can describe it. It's like a thin curl until his hair gets like long, but at lower lengths, like his hair is like really thin. Like you can see by the back. This is how it grows. Like it's been a minute since I cut his hair, but this is how it grows. Like I've been cutting him since high school. So, I know how serious. I tend to try to keep the taper a little bit lower, but it has to be like a little bit higher so it can last longer too. But even right now with these guidelines, you guys can tell like it's not an even guideline. Like you can see like the little hair, like it's even, but it's not like even. Like all the hair doesn't cut the same length. Like it's gonna be tiny little patches in between each hair when you cut it down with these guidelines. So you guys got to make sure you pay attention to your client's hair texture and what it does when you cut it a specific way. So in the back, I'm basically just doing the same exact thing, nothing different. The steps are the same. So the best I want to help you beginning barbers. The best tip I can give you, you guys need to stop asking influencers and big barbers how to get better. Okay, the best way to get better is studying and repetition. There is no secret way to get like super good fast. You know what I'm saying? There is no secret way to get like to develop that barber eye quickly. Like it comes with time. Okay, there is no way to rush it. You shouldn't be in a rush. You guys shouldn't be in a rush anyway to get better. Okay, it's all part of the process. You know what I'm saying? It's all part of the journey. You guys just need to live in the journey. The path on the way to get better is better than actually getting there. So you guys need to focus on your repetition, focus on getting the reps in, cutting more clients, learning every day, studying every day, watching your videos, getting as much knowledge as you can from instructors, from teachers, from anybody you know that's good at cutting hair. But don't ask how to get better. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta, it comes with repetition, it comes with time. There's no cheat code, there is nothing any influencer or somebody can tell you do this to get better. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta go with time. You get better with time. As you develop that barber's eye, you know what I'm saying? There's a barber's eye you're gonna have to develop to where you're gonna be looking back at your old custom and be like, dang, I really thought this was sweet when it wasn't, and you're gonna know it's not because you developed that barber eye. But that comes with time. You can't just develop a barber's eye like one day just from asking somebody how to get better. You know what I'm saying? So it's all part of the journey, man. Make sure you guys, you know what I'm saying, live in your time, like live in the present. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Look forward to your future, but live in the present. Don't live in the future and don't live in the past. All right.
Full flag.
So now it's time for the lineup on the sides. So what I usually do, as you guys seen with the comb, I try to blend the hair in with the comb first before I cut it down. Jesus, I cannot talk. You know what? This is why I don't do full length videos. But I try to blend it in, as you guys can tell, with the comb. Okay, if you guys get what I'm saying, hopefully you guys get what I'm saying. I just try to see a blend with the comb before I cut anything down. So if I comb it down, that hair needs to blend into the hair up top before I cut the hair that I just combed down, before I cut it down with the guard. So hopefully that makes sense to you guys before you cut it down. And I need to take a speech class. I need to take a speech class, okay? That just goes to show I ain't perfect. You know what I'm saying? I don't want you guys to think that I'm perfect, that I'm full of myself, because I ain't. But yeah, so I'm just lining it up with these cocoa trimmers, man. These janks hit. You know what I'm saying? If you guys are thinking about getting these, I recommend them. You know what I'm saying? I really do. You know, I've been using them since I got them at the Chicago Hair Show. They hit, man. They got my stamp. So now I'm doing the same thing on the other side. You guys see me combing that hair down. But before I cut it down, I just gotta make sure it does blend into the top. Like there's a certain look I'm looking for before I cut it down. I'm not just combing anything down when I do this. I'm actually paying attention to what I'm combing down before I cut it. This is all a part of, you know what I'm saying, hairline prep before you cut anything off, you know? So hey, you guys gotta this is what I do to prep my hairline. I'm gonna put you on game, especially for the front. I feel like a lot of barbers don't put you exactly on game on how to get a crispy lineup. But this cut was a crispy lineup. It was one of them ones, okay? So I'm gonna show you guys exactly what steps I did to get a crispy lineup on froze that you could pretty much do on any hair texture, not just this one.
For flag.
Alright, so now it's time for the lineup. This is how I prep my fro lineups. Okay, so the first thing I do is pick out the front, and then I freehand any hair that's hanging over the lineup. I also do it on the sides of the hair too. It's a specific shape that I want. Think of it as like a bottom of a cone, like how it gets wider at the bottom. That's how I imagine the front, like the whole front image. You know what I'm saying? It's a certain shape I'm looking for before I even touch the lineup just with the hair. So that's what I'm doing now. Any hair that hangs over after I pick it out, you want to pull the pick towards you as you go up higher when you pick the front out before you freehand it. So you guys can see the shape I'm trying to get. And right now, this is the real part about hairline prepping that you guys need to pay attention to. You guys can see I'm combing the edges down before I cut them. Now I'm not just combing anything down when I do this. Like I said before, you need to make sure that when you do this, it still blends in to the hair. Like you shouldn't see no scalp when you do this. It should be like from the part you comb down, and it should blend into the rest of the hair, and it should all flow before you cut it down. Now you guys, as you guys get better with cutting hair and you keep doing this step, you guys are going to understand what I'm saying when you do it. Like you're going to start seeing, okay, I see what Caleb talking about. I'm not combing the right hair down because it's not blending in. So if you're combing too much, it's going to be like the front of the head is going to be like, you're going to have too much hair on the lineup. If you don't comb enough, you're going to see scalp. And if you don't comb in the right direction, you're going to see scalp. So you just need to make sure that it's blended in. Like if you look at that left side of his head, his right, our left, you guys will see like it's blended in before I even cut it down. But now that I'm cutting it down, when I line it up, it's going to blend in and it's going to last a lot longer. And he does have that little thin spot in the front. Don't worry about that. You know what I'm saying? If your client has that, you can still do your steps. But you do want to be cautious Jesus, I cannot talk. You do want to be cautious of if it's a cowlick or if it's a thin spot. So just pay attention. That's all I can say. Just pay attention, okay? Yeah, some of y'all probably laughing at me because I can't talk. Listen, how about you try, okay? You try and be a YouTuber and do a voiceover for 20 minutes. I want to see y'all try it. You know what I'm saying? Don't get on me. I want to see y'all try it, and I want to see your video. Is it going to be this high quality, or am I going to learn something? So right now, I'm blow drying it after I just sprayed the hairspray on it. And you can see I'm still trying to blend it into the hair at the top. Like, I want it all to flow before I even start the lineup. That's basically the word of the day, flow. Okay, it should be flowing from lineup all the way to the hair. It should be blended in to the hair before you even line it up. Showing you guys that cocoa trimmer. Now I just want you guys to just sit here and watch and admire how these things hit, man. These things hit, and they don't hit, like they don't pierce the skin, like they aren't too sharp. They're set perfectly. They don't hurt. I use these on babies and everything, so I'm not getting paid to say none of this. You know what I'm saying? I don't have a sponsorship. I'm not sponsored by them. They didn't send me anything for free. I had to buy these my own money. I was the first one to buy them at the Chicago Hair Show, so. And also, another tip to get the lineup straight, man, you guys just gotta take your time and look at what you're doing, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you prep it the right way, if you prep this lineup the right way, and you start in the middle, work your way to one side, my recommendation, if you are right-handed, please start with the right side first. Okay, if I used to start with my left side, and a lot of people that I know, they'll always start with the opposite dominant side, and it'll come out crooked. Now, my lineups used to be like super crispy, but it would not be straight. So now I got them crispy, and I try my best to get them straight. You know what I'm saying? Because it used to be the other way. I used to do my left side first. So I switched. Like, I noticed my lineups they would be crispy, but they wasn't like symmetrical. So I would switch what side I would go to first, and it'll make it easier to get a straight line. So if you guys are right-handed, work your way to that right side first. If you're left-handed, work your way to that left side first. And as you guys can tell, like, this is really crispy. This is no enhancements right now. I didn't use any enhancements yet. We are going to use them. A lot of y'all are going to say he didn't need them. Oh well, this is how he likes it. Yeah, so you guys can see, like, all the hairline prep that I did is paying off right now. Like, it's blending into the rest of the hair. You can't really even tell that I cut it down, but he's going to be able to tell because it's going to last longer. You know what I'm saying? And as you can tell, I barely cut anything off. I'm not pushing them back. Any hair that I cut off was just hair that was hanging over from his big curls. You guys see I'm taking my time, just being real surgical with it. I'm not rushing, you know what I'm saying? I'm not in a rush. This haircut only took me like 20 minutes, to be honest with you. I've been cutting him for so long, his hair is so easy to cut now. But the tapers are the easy part. It's just the lineup. I like to take my time on the lineup because I don't want him to feel like I'm rushing the whole cut just because I know how to cut his hair, you know? It's all part of the experience when you guys come get a haircut or when you guys do a haircut. So make sure you guys pay attention and make your client feel comfortable. And don't rush his cut. Even if you are in a rush, don't rush his cut, man. Or just don't let him feel like you're rushing the cut. Because if you let him feel like you're rushing the cut, he might not come back. Because he's going to be like, man, he rushed my cut. I don't like that. I don't feel like he paid attention to certain things. So right now I'm using enhancement. This is also part of blending in. I'm not spraying too much. I'm not spraying like not enough. Now you guys can tell like the lineup was super crispy before the enhancements. This is just going to take it to the next level. now, so this is another trick you guys need to learn. When detailing isn't only the tapers or only the blends, man. If you guys spray enhancements, you guys need to come back after and clean it up with another trimmer that hits less or just as hard, that doesn't break the skin. Because you know the cocoa trimmer doesn't break the skin at all. So if you have another trimmer, you need to bring that out before you use the razor and just clean up the enhancements, clean up the skin. You just want to make sure it's precise as possible. You don't want it to be sloppy in hands. You know what I'm saying? Like, this lineup needs to be on point. Crispy. So now is the last part of the haircut. My client has big curls, so I'm using this curl enhancing smoothie. I only use this product on people with bigger curls, because when you use it on like black people with like tighter curls or coarse hair, it flakes up the hair. So you don't want to use this. As the curls get smaller, so like for your different clients, your smaller curl clients, I use Luster's S Curl. It's a white and blue bottle. I sprayed that and then used the sponge. But you got a texture like this, I use curl enhancing smoothie just to enhance the curls. Okay. So this is the cut. It's just a simple taper, crispy lineup on a loyal client with this dye. And I'm telling you, man, this cut is fire, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's not nothing crazy. It's not nothing crazy. Something simple, just a nice, clean, simple haircut for my boy Jamar. But yeah, let me know if you guys learned anything. Follow me on Instagram at Wavykid_Kev. More bangers to come. Y'all know we going off this year. We trying to get 100K this year. So if you're new, hit that subscribe button and watch some of my old videos. But it's your boy Wavykid Kev. I'm out. Deuces.